Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us that very first time, welcome as well. It's good to have you. And our topic for you today, as I pose the question, are you struggling in gym sales? Are you struggling in gym sales? And I want to give you some tips of what you can do if that's the case. Now, before we get started, just a quick reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. So if you've not yet done so, take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then for you folks who are looking to open a new gym and you need funding, if you have an existing operation, you need operating capital, you need working capital, we can help provide funding, for up to $400,000 in funding. It's unsecured. There's no restrictions on use. The basic qualifications for it is a 680 or better credit score in all three credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and then minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the two previous years. Now, in addition to that, for you existing operations that have been in business for at least a year, check out our links below on point of sale financing. You can actually finance your personal training packages, you can finance your membership packages, and you can get paid in advance. So if you're looking for some quick ways to really improve your cash flow, if you're on that edge, this is a great way to do it. Now, with all that said, let's get into our topic here today. And it's, are you struggling in gym sales? Okay, so if you're overseeing a team and the team is struggling, if you have individuals that are struggling, under your guidance, if you're new at this or if you're a veteran, you're falling into a slump, I want to give you some things to think about on maybe how to right the ship a little bit. And so number one, the question I pose is, are you in the right mental state? Are you in the right mental state? So much of this is mindset. It's how we choose to think. It's giving power, to the solution. It's not giving power to the problem. And, without prejudging per se, but we want to have that positive expectancy to win. We want to treat everybody who comes in like a buyer. I mean, if somebody walked in, they're worth $1 million, and they say they're interested, how would you treat them? How about somebody else that came in that wasn't dressed so well and said they were just looking around? You want to treat them both the same. Treat them like the guy that's worth $1 million who's interested. It's one of the keys to this. So we want to get our head right. We want to get our mindset right, because when it's all said and done, there's not a person out there that doesn't want to look better, doesn't want to feel better, doesn't want to live longer. Okay, number two, are you in the right physical state? Are you in the right physical state? Now, there's a lot of things we could talk about on this. Are you working out? It's always interesting to me, given the industry that we're all in, that how many folks will stop doing that or don't do that. Okay, I know in those early days when I first got started, I had moments where I'd go through stretches where I wouldn't do it. It makes a difference. Okay, you're looking for energy, you're looking for attitude, having that workout's a great way to do it. Make sure you're eating right. Don't go out and have lunch and have something that's going to put you to sleep when you come back. Okay, but here's the big one that I see. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Make sure you're well rested. It's no different than an athlete. Okay, you can train all you want, but boy, unless you're well rested and ready to go, it could be a struggle. Okay, so really watch what you're doing. What you're trying to do here is you want to protect your most valuable asset. Your most valuable asset is you. Okay, nothing works without you. Okay, number three, this one's a kind of a common thing. Are you prospecting? And here's what I mean. Are you keeping your pipeline full? Is your pipeline full? I mean, I've seen some folks, hey, we're getting a lot of leads are coming in, a lot of people to talk to, making lots of sales. And as soon as we go through that, now we're back into that slump again because we didn't fill our pipeline. Okay. And so what are you doing from a prospecting standpoint to keep your pipeline full so that you have a continual flow of new members coming into your gym. Point of sale referrals, floor referrals, email marketing, social media things you can do, connections with local merchants in the area, former members. There's an awful lot you can do, and it's about making those contacts every day, speaking to people every day, communicating. It's about becoming a resource center. But prospecting is crucial here, because you can be the greatest salesperson in the world, still not make sales, because somebody has to be sitting in that chair. Number 4 on my list, are you asking the right questions? Are you asking the right questions? Now, here's the thing. If you don't have a needs analysis, my suggestion is you get one. And the needs analysis, for the customer's purposes, we're trying to determine goals. We're trying to determine why those goals are important. But on the flip side of the needs analysis that I suggest, I've got a little cheat sheet for the staff. These are all questions that you can and should be asking. Okay, and you can check the channel here for needs analysis and how we go about that. But make sure you're asking the right questions. I mean, can they come in 2 or 3 times a week? How long have they thought about something like this? What's the first thing they're going to do when they lose the weight? Who else is involved in a decision-making process? Have they been a member of a club before? On a scale from 1 to 10, how would they rank their current level of fitness? What do they think it's going to take to get to a 10? Those kind of things. Make sure we're asking the right questions. And when you're doing this and you're giving this tour, make sure the tour is about the benefits of the features. It's not about the features. Okay, and that'll allow you to kind of segue into that powerful why and why this is important to them. Number 5 on my list of posing the question, are you struggling in gym sales? Are you improving every day? Are you improving every day? There's only one way you can do this. Okay, you've got to train. You've got to practice. Now, if your gym is doing a weekly meeting, okay, every week you have a 1-hour meeting, you're training, great. If you're not getting that, use this channel. I know a lot of folks do. Use this channel for your training. Grab 2 or 3 or 4 videos and concentrate on that. And then every day work at something. Every day work at something. Role play. Role play an objection. Role play how to give a tour. Role play a difficult customer. Role play how to book an appointment. Role play how to follow up every single day. Doesn't have to be a lot of time every single day. 5, 10, 15 minutes at most, okay? Then have your weekly meeting and start working this into it. But you're going to have to do something on a regular basis. It's no real different than your member coming in and working out. The more they do, okay, more consistent they are, better results they're going to get and better results that you're going to get. Number 6 on my list is, how do you deal with an objection? I want to think about it. I want to talk to my spouse. I didn't realize it cost this much money. I want to check other clubs. And I want to give you just a core piece of advice on this. One of the most powerful tools in selling is learning to be agreeable. Okay? Somebody says, well, hey, I'd like to think about it before I get started. Mary, I understand. A lot of our members, want to think about it, before they initially get started. Just be agreeable, but then know that your job is to ask them to buy. Mary, since it sounds like you're probably going to get started anyway, Mary, may I suggest you go ahead and get started today? Then you can make it that simple. But get in the habit of becoming agreeable, but then make sure you're still asking them, to become part of your program. And then last on my list here of answering the question, are you struggling in gym sales? Be passionate and grateful. Be passionate and grateful. Okay? I mean, love what you do. It's one of the secrets. Hopefully you do. Love what you do. And hey, it's great to have this opportunity to do it. One bad moment, one bad day, one bad week's not going to define you. What you want to make sure you do is you're constantly asking the question, what's working well, what's not? If it's working well, let's make sure we continue it. If it's not, let's see if we can't get it fixed. So, are you struggling in gym sales? Take a look at some of these. If you are struggling, see if this can help, and then check other corresponding videos here in the channel to help bring this to life for you in additional ways. So, folks, again, my name's Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here in the channel today. And as I mentioned earlier, my focus my mission here on the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. So if you've not yet done so, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Again, to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then for you folks who are looking to open a new gym, you need funding, you have an existing operation, you need funding, we can help with funding for up to $400,000 in funding, unsecured, no restrictions on use, minimum credit score of 680 or better in all 3 credit bureaus, minimum income of $50,000 each of the 2 previous years. You can check out the links below under financing and funding. We actually have several different options you can check into there depending on your particular circumstances. So again, my name is Jim Thomas. I appreciate y'all being here, and we'll look forward to seeing y'all in that next video.